Hey guys, it's Ani. Happy Friday, happy weekend, happy week, happy year, what's left of it for everyone. I intend that this video today really resonates with you guys, and I intend that um, you guys have some movement and evidence in your power, in your manifestation power, and you realize how powerful you truly are. In today's video, you guys, I want to talk about one thing I've noticed, that this would happen to me a lot, and it would happen to my clients a lot in the beginning of their journey. But as they would, work on it, they would become success stories. If you guys have not seen the most recent success stories, last Friday's video was amazing. My client manifested her SP, completely like recreated SP in not even a long amount of time, like just working on herself, the way she sees that person, her perspectives, her assumptions, her beliefs, changing those, watching her thought patterns. Last week's video was about recreating SP, really good one. And I think she also commented down below, and I appreciate that. Also, you guys, community posts, shorts, I've been sharing so many successes that you guys have been sending in and sharing. So thank you to those clients of mine, whether you're a course client or one-on-one. You've been sending in your success. I'm so happy for you guys. If I haven't shared your success yet, I will do so. I'm trying to catch up. But if you guys are interested in any of the courses, links are going to be in the description box down below. There's Ani's Manifest Your SP Now, Self-Concept, Remove the Third Party, Money and Abundance. So much feedback coming in, you guys. I appreciate you for sending that. So let's go ahead and get into it. You guys, what I wanted to talk about today was one thing I've noticed, whether it was through my journey and my journey of manifesting, recreating SP, or anything, same with my clients, is a lot of the times we forget that we are not separate. So you are not separate from whatever it is that you're manifesting. Like, you're manifesting a specific person, let's say, right? A lot of times you feel separate. A lot of the times you feel like circumstances are against you. A lot of the times you feel like there's power over you or power outside of you, and it doesn't feel good at all. Like you really want to like remind yourself constantly. Even with reminding yourself, sometimes you still don't feel good, right? And I just want you guys to take note of this. So anytime that happens and you don't feel good, this was a huge like game changer for me, but I had to remind myself a lot of this. Same with my clients too, but it doesn't matter. It's still success. They're still successful. When you don't feel good, it's either an indication that your thoughts are not matching your desire in that moment. So remember who you are. You don't have to force yourself to feel better in that moment. I kind of rather you step back and just observe the thoughts, because they are only thoughts. They are not out there trying to get you. That's what I want you to do. Either when you feel like that your thoughts are not matching your desire and you feel the difference and you feel off, or something's coming up for you to deal with it, for you to face it. For example, if you have a fear coming up, that thought, your subconscious is really telling you, hey, you've had this fear for a while. We're pushing it out right now, just in the moment, as a thought. That's it. Observe it. Observe it so you can face it. And next time, we're not going to bring it up as much. Maybe one more time, and then that's it. The one more time, you're going to observe it, and that's it. Because here's what happens. When you get fears and thoughts like that coming up, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't think that. I'm not supposed to think that. Let's brush it under the rug. Let's distract ourselves. Let's feel better in the moment. Let's affirm 10,000 affirmations over it. You're not really facing it. You're hiding from it. And what happens when we hide from something? It's going to come up until we deal with it. So mentioned this so many times. You guys that are loyal followers and viewers know this example. But remember that fear, the cup method that I showed you guys, the analogy, the fear, let's say it's here. It's this like coffee, right? Your desire is in here. So let's say you're filling up your desire in your subconscious mind. What happens to this when we fill it up with a new thing, a new desire? Well, guess what? The old stuff has to come up to the surface and spill out. When it spills out, you don't feel good internally. That thought spilling out, you don't feel good. For those of you that know this example I've shown in my old videos, cool. For those of you that are new, welcome. But I want you to think of it that way. I've been filling it with a new thing, so the old thing has to overflow. When it overflows, I feel an emotion. I'm going to face it. I'm going to observe it. I'm going to understand that this is just the overflow. That's it. That's it. It doesn't have power over me. Nothing is separate than me. You know why, you guys? Because this is what you're walking with, this 24/7, this intelligent computer that's taking in all the information from you all the time. You cannot get rid of this. I mentioned this in a lot of my videos too. So you want to make friends with this. You want to remind yourself constantly how powerful you are. You want to even if you don't feel like it, the more, remember, it's taking in information. It's listening to your thoughts. It's listening to what you say out loud. That's why people do affirmations. That's why people listen to sleep affirmations. That's why we say things out loud that we desire, because this is listening. It's listening to your thoughts as well. Most of you guys that have not been experiencing any movement or bad movement, let's say, it's not bad, it's all neutral at the end of the day, but if it's not a desired push out you've been receiving, most likely because what's going on in here is not matching what you really want, like what your desire is. And you're not putting in the effort to match it, actually. I used to do that. And I would get so frustrated. I would feel so exhausted. I would understand that my thoughts not matching my desire, but my ego was just like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel it for a while. I'm gonna almost self-sabotage. It was so weird. If you guys have experienced that, comment down below. It's almost like you're so comfortable with that old thought of like not being chosen, not being prioritized. It just feels more familiar to stay there than to actually do the thing and like just observe and let it go away. Face it and let it dissipate. I know a lot of you guys have gone through this. I know a lot of clients explain it that way too, but you guys need to remind yourself of who's calling the shots. Your will is your SP's will. Your will is your boss's will. Your will is everyone's will. It's just you. Here's the walking intelligent computer sending out signals 24/7. Just you. There is no third party that's more powerful than you. There is no SP outside of you that's powerful than you. All the versions are inside. All the versions of everyone are inside of you. There's the best versions of people and the worst versions of people. Whatever you dominantly choose to think throughout the day, then there's a ripple effect. There is a ripple effect. For example, if you allow one thought to take over, I'm not saying like you're just observing. Let's say you're not just observing the thought, you're actually taking it in emotionally and you're inviting another thought in, another. There's a ripple effect. That one thought that caused a certain emotion within you and you didn't like remind yourself who's calling the shots here, how this works, go to a scientific explanation in your head, which is logical, like manifestation is my thoughts create, like that's literally it. If you don't go that route and you give in to the not so good feeling thought and you start believing that you're not this manifester, this master manifester, you really give into your old thoughts, the ego thoughts, the fears. Now it invited another friend over, another thought, which will support that first thought. And then the third thought will support the first thought. The best part about this is good thoughts support good thoughts too. So you're not stuck. So once you choose to remember how this all works, to even go over all the things you manifested so far, even that's huge. That's a huge reminder of, wow, like I manifested this and this and this and this. This is not all coincidence, obviously. It's my power, right? Then the ripple effect occurs in a positive way. That one thought brings in another supporting thought, brings in another supporting thought, and now you're in a different state. That's how we shift states. If you have read Neville and you've read about shifting states or manifesting through states, that is what a state is. You think of something enough where you have now supporting other thoughts to match the initial thought. Now you're in a vibe, like you're in a different vibe. You're in a having vibe. You can be in a state of lack too. Same thing goes for that. But try to slowly bring yourself into a state of having. And that will come through the ripple effect. One thought invites the other. But who thinks the thought? You do. You think the thought. You think the thought. That's it. And sometimes old fear pops. I said this to one of my clients once, and she was like laughing. She's like, you have the best analogies. So sometimes when something keeps coming up, even though you're healing it, right? A fear or whatever it is, it's kind of like a pimple. Like, you know, when you're like, you pop, okay, sorry if it's like graphic, but you know, like when you pop a pimple and you don't get everything out, it kind of stays there. Like the root stays in there. Then it pops up again. And then you're like, what the hell? Like, I thought I kind of cleaned this one, you know? So you want to get it all out till you see like red, till you see like the blood, right? You know, the root's out. So that's what happens when fears come up. You face them. You face it. Ask yourself, like, write down, okay, this fear that's coming up, what happened? Where did it come up from? What just triggered me? What did I just think? That one thought I just thought, where did that come from? What did I see? What did I hear? What did I smell? What did I touch? Let's get to the root of it. And when you do that, your subconscious is like, whoa, there's no more residue in there for me to bring up ever again. Thank you. Thanks for cleaning it up. Okay. I hope this video helps you guys. If you have experienced this, try this. Try what I mentioned in the video. It's helped me a lot, helped my clients a lot. It's okay if you guys have fearful thoughts that come up, totally fine. Like, you're not messing anything up. You're clearing everything out. It's like you're just clearing everything out. I don't care what anyone says. If you're trying to recreate a person or you're trying to bring in more money and you haven't experienced immediate evidence and you're wondering why you haven't experienced immediate evidence, most likely it's because you're like cleaning all this stuff out internally. All the old thought patterns, all the old assumptions. Does it have to be a long process? No, it doesn't. But if you're frustrated that you heard somewhere that you're supposed to get immediate results in manifesting and you're not, and now you feel like something's wrong with you, no, it's not. You're literally cleaning up thought patterns that you've had for years. So makes complete sense. All right. If you guys are interested in any of my courses, so much success you guys are sending in from courses, from the bundle courses, from the remove the third party now, self-concept courses. Links are going to be in the description box down below. I appreciate you guys for sending it in and sharing it. Even for those of you that are sharing it, even in the comments, and other people are like becoming motivated from reading your comment. Thank you for that. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that and helping another that's probably in the same situation. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.